So my first ever experience with this was a few years back with the wildfires in BC, and I wasn't very aware of how all this stuff affected. And I was like, "Oh, it sucks. Like the air quality's bad, but like I gotta train. I gotta go outside and train." So I was outside. I was just starting my workout, and one of the city landscaping vehicles stopped me. City of Richmond just sort of honked their horn, told me to stop, got out of their car and started berating me for being outside in these conditions. And I thought, oh, well, it's fine. Like it's just an easy walk. Like it'll be fine. And that's really the first time that I kind of realized a few years ago that, oh yeah, this actually has an impact, and I need to start thinking about this. So we've been a lot more aware of it, my coach and I, since then, of making a decision of, okay, is the air quality bad enough that it's going to hurt my training?
I think one of the things that all of us who work in sport should have constant communication on the effects of air quality in sport participation. It should be an ongoing conversation between all levels and branches of sport so that we can provide an optimal training environment to our athletes and to our participants. One of the things that we can do to help with that is be constantly looking at the air quality index to determine what would be an appropriate period of time as to when the athletes should participate in sport. Now, this may include shifting our training sessions towards the morning if that is an available period, paying attention to maybe also having it later in the evening when pollen levels are a little low and transportation to and from different areas tends to be a little bit quieter after that peak rush hour times.
So the good news with air quality and the way it impacts our lungs is it's mostly avoidable. Training first thing in the morning, for example, before the sun and the heat of the day holds those toxic chemicals closer to the ground, is a good thing. So if you can practice in the morning, maybe reschedule, or later in the evening, that's usually helpful. Another thing you can do is move inside. You might consider shortening practices to reduce the length of exposure, or ultimately, in some cases, it may just be best to call it and not have a practice altogether, knowing that if you were to have it, not only are you going to not make the same gains because people won't be able to perform at their best, but you actually could take a few steps backwards in your training process as a result of the exposure.